Good, we have plenty of sunlight. Well, I want to tell you a story about myself. When I was little, I had tubes put in my ears when I was little. Uh, my mom had taken me to the hospital, got tubes put in my ears, and then later on, when my ears got better, they were taken out. Now, I don't know what happened or why they did that. They did. Uh, Thing is, it's almost like I'm an antenna. Because when I touch a radio, it'll get a lot clearer and it won't be staticky. I have metal on my chair, and I believe I have metal inside my body, or it wouldn't act like an antenna when I touch a radio. That's what I'm saying. Uh, they could have put anything in my hand when they did my carpal tunnel, but you can't tell they did carpal tunnel. They could have put anything in my neck when they put stuff in my ears. Whether or not they did, I don't know. All I know is I smell smells that aren't there. I hear people that aren't there. I see things that aren't there. And yeah, to you it might sound crazy. To me, it's normal. And I'll tell you why. Because I'm part of an experiment that I didn't know I was a part of. Okay, way back, after World War II, get this, after World War II was over, they brought people from the Soviet Union to the U.S. to continue what Hitler was doing. So they had a Nazi agenda on top of everything else. And that was part of their mind control agenda and their mind control experiments. Now, they don't want mind control, mind you. They really don't. It just happened that people are assuming that that's what it is. Basically, what it is called is experimenting with the mind to see how to replicate the mind and make an exact duplicate for a robot so that you can create a whole human robot called transhumanism. Yeah, transhumanism experiments. And guess who they're using as the guinea pigs? Us. All of us. You see, in World War II, Stalin had the experiment where he was putting chimp DNA in human DNA. Now, the Ukraine Navy continued that experiment that Stalin was doing and created superhuman soldiers. As crazy as that sounds, it's true. They've got chimp DNA in their human blood. I saw one. I was with one. I spent time with one. I talked to him. He came in my apartment. He laid in my bed pretty much. Told me he was there. Got pretty close to one. I know they exist. Can't tell me otherwise. Normally you don't talk about stuff like that, but when people don't believe you, what else can you say? Seriously. Now he stalks me. Same one stalks me. Yeah. Now I'm being stalked. Because they don't want me talking. They don't want me telling them the truth about this transhumanism, how we're being subjects to a transhumanism experiment as a result of the CIA. And the minute we find out, they come after us and shut us up and kill us with radiation. They've been trying to kill me with radiation. Guess what? I've got 3 seals. Stops them right on the spot. Yeah, that sounds crazy to you, I know. But it's true. I read the Bible. I asked God, and God answered. He knew my cry. He heard my cry, and He knew what I needed. And He gave me exactly what I needed for this war. It is a war. When they cry peace and there is no peace, it is a war, people. A war for our mind. There's always been a war for our mind. They want to duplicate the brain and put it inside a robot and make a robot human. And if they can do that by finding out how our brain works, how specific parts of it work in mind control, then they can use it in that said robot. No, I'm not crazy. It's true. Next time you hear voices, next time you see things or think things, honey, that's part of the experiment. To see how that part of your brain works. To see if you'll accept it as real or not. They're trying to find out the intricate details of your whole entire brain. Because they want to put that inside a robot. You see, humans will no longer exist once robots take over. And they will take over to a certain extent. And there will be a human zoo. That's what strip malls are for. There will be human camps. That's what the FEMA camps are for. And that's what it's going to be. For humans. Robots are going to have free reign of the whole country. Robots are going to work. Robots are going to go home, go to work, and home from work, and the whole works. And they might even use immigrants as the slaves until they are no longer workable. I'm serious. Yeah, what a spiel. I learned a lot just recently. I was able to figure all this out. They're poisoning our bread, yes, they're spraying it. I went on a diet. I got rid of bread, sugar, and flour. First time in my whole entire life when I was on this diet that I was on, I never ever smelled anything funny in the bread, okay? But this time, when I was on that diet, no bread, sugar, or flour, I smelled something funny in the bread. I know it wasn't from not eating it and not having it in my system. It's just that I was aware and I was made aware that there was something on that bread that shouldn't be on it. Maybe that's why so many people are going crazy in the head, losing it, fighting, and stuff like that. I don't know. Bread's infecting people. Water is infecting people. And if they knew I was making this video, they would have a fit. Honey, that's what's going on. That's why we're targets. That's why we're being targeted. Because they want us to shut up. And they want to kill us. So that they can use robots instead. This whole society of robots just waiting. And now you know the rest of the story. Bye. God bless.